Alright, welcome to episode 1 of this little series about flipping. So in this video, we're going to keep it simple. We're going to take a look about what flipping actually is, how it works, and we're going to be focusing on video games and consoles. And these videos in this series will actually be dedicated for people in Europe. Now, if you're an American or an Australian or wherever you could be coming from, it's okay, don't worry. You can still watch it, but just be mindful that any of the advice that I'll be giving could actually not be fully optimized for your market. But there's some truth to what I'm going to say, and the logic will not really change. But for us in Europe, we have to play by different rules, okay? So I flip video games and consoles myself, and I've been doing this for 2 years now, and I want to help people, do the same and help them build a full system around it. And so I'm going to walk you through, how I see flipping, how I do flipping, and how you can actually do flipping as well. So let's start with a simple definition. So flipping is just you buy something below its market value, okay, and you add value to it and you resell it for a profit. So basically this is as simple as this, very simplistic, but this is what flipping is all about. Now, a lot of people misconstrue what flipping actually is and where you actually add value as a reseller, as a flipper of items. So you get paid for filtering good lots from trash. So for example, sometimes you're going to be looking at bundles, on Vinted, on eBay, whatever platform you're going to be using. It's going to be a lot of trash. And sometimes within the trash, there's going to be, a gem, the diamond in the sand that you're going to be able to find. So it's all about taking risk in a smart way, and systemizing your flipping activity will actually help you make better decisions because not to get dragged away by emotions. So what you're going to be doing for people, you're going to be cleaning, testing, and making it plug and play. So someone's going to be able to see exactly what he's going to buy, and he's going to know visually, and also by the description you'll be writing, and you'll actually know what he's buying. It might be very simplistic, but just take a look around at Vinted, eBay, or any of the platforms you might have, just to take a look about how your competition, I guess, is actually really bad. So the buyer wants to pay for convenience. He wants to know what he's going to buy. He wants to be able to trust you, so through reviews and through how many photos and how detailed the description will be. And also he wants to save time. It needs to be easy. Now, why did I choose video games and consoles? So I've chose, video games and consoles, but there are a million things that you can flip, okay? But the first reason I did this is because, one, I had prior knowledge to it, so it actually helped me at the beginning. But even if you don't have knowledge, you don't need to be, afraid about this. I'm going to be, giving you all the sauce that you need so that you're going to be able to, start even with no knowledge about video games and consoles. I'll be giving you the full history at some point, but first let's go through the basics, okay? So there's this. Then also there's actually, a constant demand for these items. So either through, people that have some kind of nostalgia and they want to replay the games of their childhood, okay? There's also kids. So when I say kids, you would be, I think you would be surprised by how many parents actually prefer to buy, older consoles for the kids instead of the newer console, because the newer console are actually, very addictive and also very expensive. And so a lot of parents would rather have the kids play, PS2 games, than actually, having to buy a Nintendo Switch and playing the more recent games. And also there's a big collector's aspect to things. You're gonna have a lot of people buying from you because they are either professional collector or amateur collector. Also, one of the big advantage of video games and console reselling is that it's easy to research. There's a gold mine of information and data online for you to make, the best choices and the best decisions, okay? And also, we have a big secondhand culture in Europe right now. It's booming. I think it's worldwide, but in Europe especially, people have, a lot of difficulties financially, and sometimes they offload things just to make some quick cash, and that's where you're gonna come in. You're gonna actually, they're gonna be happy because they've gotten rid of something that they may not use anymore, and you're gonna be able to make money on that. And you're going to be able to filter the bad bundles, and that's where you're going to be extracting value basically. Now, let's just take a quick example. So it's going to be very simple, but let's just say I'm going to buy a console with games for 80 euro. I check the sold listings and I know that I can resell everything piece by piece, I'm sorry, and or in mini bundles for around 150 euros. After platform fees and shipping, maybe you can keep around 120 euro net. So the profit on that one deal is going to be roughly around 40 euros. And so while my example seems very simplistic, it's actually the basics of capitalism. People buy at some prices, either to wholesalers, and they resell it to you, and they do their own marketing, or some variations of this, but usually it's around the same idea. And so one deal won't make you rich. This is I can guarantee you this. But if you can repeat that and systemize this, you can actually build a real side income and also a legit business if you want to do it. Now, why flipping is actually booming right now? So because secondhand platforms are actually performing very well. So Vinted, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, OLX for people in Eastern Europe. People have more stuff than ever and less time to deal with it. Most sellers just want things gone, and they don't want to research every game, test every consoles, or deal with buyers on multiple platforms. Buyers, on the other hand, they want something simple, tested, working, shipped, and described properly. So you sit in the middle of that, so you're going to become kind of a middleman, and the middleman actually makes the money. You take the mess, you filter it, and you resell it for profit. So this video is just the foundation. It's very simplistic, it's very easy, but it's just to make sure you understand flipping and you don't complicate the idea of flipping, and you get the basics of it. And so in episode 2, we'll talk about how you can actually flip in Europe, why we're different than the US market, and how you can actually take advantage of the fact that we are different. In episode 3, we'll go into how you can start today, even if you only have 0 euros, or it might be something like 100 euros, a small amount of money, but we can still make something happen with that. Now, and also on episode 4, we'll talk about how you can go from a few random flips every now and then to something that actually looks like a small business, which is what I run today. I'm a one-man operation. I do everything on my own, and I've been able to generate 20k euros across the year this year, and lately I've been able to hit monthly goals of around 2,000 to 2,500 euros a month in profit. And so I can tell you from experience, I can teach anyone how to do this. And basically the goal of this is I'm just imagining that this is read by my mom and that she can do it even though she has no knowledge of anything. So it's going to be very simple proof. So basically that's going to be it. And now if you want to go deeper, while you follow this series, I've made a free Discord, especially for people that will be flipping in Europe. So either in Western Europe, so in France, which is my case, in the UK, in Italy, in Spain. And also for people in Eastern Europe, so for anyone that's in Poland, Romania, Hungary also, it works very well. And all the other countries, I'm not forgetting about you, but you also can make it work. So when you join this free Discord, you'll get a free starter pack, some beginner's missions, and a place where you can drop screenshot of bundles, and we'll be taking a look at them, and I'll be giving you my feedback. So the link is in the description. you can just click on it, join, and you'll get everything for you to start actually flipping today. So thank you for watching this little intro. I hope I've been clear. I hope I've been concise enough for you to understand this and digest it. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you want to know more, and you can comment if you have any questions or anything you want me to further clear. And so basically that's going to be all for today. Have a good day, and I'll see you later.